a gorgeous day in Greenville, South Carolina. Some might say a gorgeous day to be inside. As we have the top 5 showdown for the SEC Championship. Texas and South Carolina, their 3rd meeting of the season. Happy Sunday fun day, everyone. Welcome into Countdown to Game Day, covered by State Farm, Taylor Tannebaum, Ari Chambers, Maria Marino. You are the only one without alliteration.
Jeez, AC.
But it's true. What a day we have on tap for you today in the basketball world. We have NCAA tournament tickets being punched, hardware being handed out, and that's why we're here, to get you ready for all of the action.
Big day.
In studio.
In studio.
Hey, but where else would you rather be than inside watching games all afternoon? And the only place we can start today is in Greenville.
Yeah.
Because that is where College Game Day is holding it down. That is where you have Texas, South Carolina meeting, like I said, for the 3rd time this season. And joining us now is Andrea Carter there on set with a crazy crowd behind her. I'm sure packed with South Carolina fans. All right, let's get straight to this matchup. And not only was this the matchup in last year's SEC Championship, but also they met twice during the regular season. So, Drea, when you look at this matchup on paper, what do you see?
So many things when I look at this matchup on paper. Also, I just have to add before we start, I love an AC moment.
Period.
So don't you worry. An AC moment cannot be beat. Okay, we keep it cool with the AC. But no, when I think about this matchup, just so much talent on both sides. When you think about the All-Americans, when you have Joyce Edwards and you have Madison Booker, and just those two and their ability to be so dynamic and score in different ways. But to me, you know, I'm a little biased. Chanae here might be a little mad about this, but I love a point guard battle. And you're talking about 5th-year seniors in Raven Johnson and Rory Harmon. And to me, in this environment, which is basically going to be like a South Carolina home game, Rory Harmon and her ability to run her team, push the pace, but also know when to slow the pace down. Her ability to put ball pressure on whoever is bringing the ball up. It should be Raven Johnson bringing the ball up for South Carolina, but whoever brings the ball up for South Carolina, Rory Harmon and her ability to run the team and set the tone on both ends of the floor. And set the tone doesn't always mean push. Sometimes it means slow down. Sometimes it means get into the paint and then kick it out and then encourage your teammates to keep the ball moving. There are so many things that a point guard has to do in a matchup like this. So I'm excited to watch that point guard battle, but then also who steps up on the outside, right? Is it going to be Jordan Lee knocking down shots for Texas, which opens up everything for the Texas offense on the inside? Or is it going to be someone like Tessa Johnson knocking down threes, who has been phenomenal and had huge moments this season? So there are so many different matchups and players. Then we haven't even gotten to the size on the inside and how the rotation of Texas bigs are going to handle Medina Okat. So there are so many things I could really just go down the matrix with matchups, but it'll be a good one.
Dre, you mentioned Rory, but let's take it on the other side of things, briefly mentioning Raven Johnson, who's coming off of a career-high 22 points. I think she's completely underestimated, but what does she have to bring to today's matchup?
Yeah, same thing. Like, decision-making, I think, when it comes to Raven Johnson is so crucial because she has to decide when to call her own number and when to find her teammates. And she did a beautiful job of that against LSU. She did it at LSU. Her career high was 19 points at LSU on February 14th. And then she did it yesterday. I thought she put on a master class in terms of when to distribute and when to get directly into the paint, find her teammates, when to shoot her shots. She had a mid-range, I think it was down here. She had a mid-range shot where she kind of put the brakes on and then leaned away, and she has such a long wingspan. She got into her shot, and I was like, that's a pro move. There are a lot of pro scouts and executives in the building. So for Raven, it's a rinse and repeat. Now, Texas's defense is extremely tough. It's extremely tight. They're going to have a lot of pressure on Raven, so it's going to make that decision-making from her even more challenging. But if she has the same mindset that she had against LSU, quality decision-making, staying in attack mode, and using her aggression to find her teammates, I think she'll be fine.
So Raven wasn't the only one with a career high yesterday. Madison Booker as well, 31 points plus the 11 boards. Defensively, how does South Carolina approach guarding her?
You just have to make it as hard as possible against Madison Booker, right? I think this could be a big game for Agat McKeer. She only played 8 minutes against LSU. Sometimes it's just depending on the matchups. Coach Staley talked to us about that post-game. Sometimes certain matchups are for certain people. And I think someone like Agat McKeer, she's young, she's a freshman, but she's got good size, good length, good mobility. With a superstar like Madison Booker, the only thing you can do is try to make her life hard. Like, my mindset as a defender was if I'm going against someone great, I'm going to make them prove how great they are, meaning they can't get anything easy. So all of Madison Booker's shots should be fadeaways, shoulders having to turn to the basket, having to make a move to get into her shot, right? It can't be step in and shot. It can't be one dribble mid-range pull-ups because those are like layups for Madison Booker. So make her show how excellent of a scorer she is every single shot. Like, her shots should be highlight reels. They should be moments where you're like, good defense, better offense, because that's how good she is. So I think the thing is just you can't give her anything easy because she's too good. If you give her things easy, she's going to end up putting up another 30-piece.
Okay, sister, before we let you go, really quickly, fill in the blank, one word. Texas wins if and South Carolina wins if.
Ooh, wow.
One word.
One word? Texas wins if they score.
Okay,
Like,
there we
Texas,
go. There we
they
go.
score. Like Texas's offense. If Texas's offense can get going, I think it was last year in the SEC championship game, they had 6 points in a quarter. I think it was the second quarter. One quarter can kill you in a game like this. We've seen games all season long where a team just has one bad quarter and it hurts them for the entire game. So to me, Texas wins if they score. South Carolina wins if they balance.
There
like
we
when
go.
South Carolina to me has that balanced offense, like multiple players in the 12 to 20 range, 4 or 5 players in the 12 to 20 range, and they've just got so many weapons. South Carolina wins if they balance, and Texas wins if they score. One word is hard. You should have given me a phrase. You're supposed to have my back.
You should have already known, AC.
Next time.
AC out there, look good, feel good, play good. That's you, friend. We
Thank
love
you.
you. Shout out to
Thank you.
Christine,
I'll
too.
hold it down for the ACs in here.
By the way.
You want to get in? Say hi.
Yeah, say hey, girl.
Creep in here.
Hi,
You're not in the camera yet. She's
Mookie.
on this camera. You're on the.
Kristen, you look
There we
amazing.
go.
Oh my God, but when do you
We're
not?
kind of twins.
When do you
today.
not?
I
love twinning with friends. Oh my God, y'all look so.
Look at this.
Oh,
Thank you.
let's pose. Let's get it together. Oh my God. Hold on.
Cheer for the girls.
Oh, that's so precious. I love my sisters.
Have a great show, ladies.
Oh my God.
All right, in yesterday's win for South Carolina over LSU, the second leading scorer for the Gamecocks was Tanaya Latson. We didn't even talk about her in that conversation with Drea, but you, Maria, got a chance to chat with her post-game after the dub.
Tanaya, congratulations on the win. 19 points for you. Can you just describe how you're feeling after getting that done in what looked like an incredible environment? A lot of SC fans in the house.
I mean, I'm feeling good. It was a good win, good team win. We played really hard today. I mean, LSU was such a great team. So to pull off a win like that in the semifinals, it just means a lot.
Well, the third quarter is when it really seemed like your team took control. I mean, your best friend, Raven Johnson, went off and she finishes with a career high 22 points. What can you say about her leadership and just how she stepped up?
I mean, she had a certain poise about her. Just, she was just confident. I mean, when things got, a little chaotic during the game, she calmed us down. She had a lot of leadership in the huddles, and she reassured us. I feel like having that on the floor in the huddles, it means a lot because, it gives the team confidence.
Well, speaking of confidence, it feels like your coach, Dawn Staley, certainly instills that within you. What is it about her that makes you believe you can be successful?
I mean, just having my conversations with her on the side, I mean, she always instills confidence in me. She always tells me the player that I am, and she reminds me who I am. So just having her in my ear constantly and challenging me, it has made me a better player.
Well, the job's not done. So what does your team need to do in order to take home the championship on Sunday, regardless of the opponent?
First off, we need to go rest, watch film, pay attention to the scout. We played them twice this year, so this will be our third time. So just make adjustments and get better from the last time we played them and go out there and compete with them.
My Florida State heart misses her.
Oh,
but I still love you, Tanaya. I still love you. I'm so proud of her and her success at South Carolina. We got to make some picks. We obviously have props because we love that on this show. All right, Maria, start with you because that was your interview. Okay.
I mean, surprise, surprise.
Yeah, okay.
So, South Carolina, both meetings this season between these two teams were very tight. I understand that. But to me, where South Carolina has the edge from an X's and O's standpoint is just the three-point shooting. They have more three-point shooters, period. They're 6th in the nation in three-point field goal percentage. Texas is not in the top 50. So when I look at a tight game, I mean, it could be SC making one more three than Texas. And so that's why I landed on South Carolina. But then I think from like more of an intangible standpoint, South Carolina, they just don't make mistakes.
Yeah.
They don't. And meanwhile, like for Texas, they kind of left the door open yesterday. They started to make a couple of mistakes and, let Ole Miss back in. And if they do that again, they're not going to be successful against South Carolina. South Carolina is too buttoned up.
I like it.
I have South Carolina as well. We talk about a disciplined team. You want to talk about them not making those mistakes. It's because they've been here before. They know what it's like to be in a winning culture. And Dawn Staley allows them to self-correct. They, especially under the guise of Raven Johnson, who's a very calm and poised presence, as Tanaya Latson told us. She knows how to be clutch, and she knows when her moment has come, and it's finally put in the work long enough for her to shine in these moments. These are a team of national champions. They have honestly been, as crazy as it sounds, underestimated this whole time.
Yeah.
In a rebuilding year, they went undefeated. And then you just keep replenishing with more and more talent and keeping the structure that they have. South Carolina is poised to win it all, poised to win the conference. And I just am a strong believer that though they don't make mistakes, they do dig into people and cause other people to make mistakes in their ether-like play.
Yeah. All right, I like it, and I hate to do this because I hate to be a clean sweep because that always means it goes the other direction. But I'm also going.
Are we
Game
cursing
I
them,
did
Taylor?
not wear this jacket on purpose. I'm just going to keep it simple. Yeah, we might be the curse. I don't know.
Yikes.
We'll see. Dawn Staley, don't add us. Yep. For me, I know a lot of our eyes will be on the front court, and you look at Madison Booker and Kyla Oldacre and Medina Okot and Joyce Edwards, but I do think it comes down to guard play ultimately, and I think South Carolina has that, not just in one player, but in multiple. It could be Tanaya Latson, it could be Raven Johnson. We haven't talked about Tessa Johnson at all. So I
Who
think
can guard Tessa?
nobody. All right, so that's why I
Question
say
on
South
repeat.
Carolina has the edge. All right, we're going to move on because there are several other Power Four conference championships going on today. We're going to go ACC on you here. Number 2 seeded Louisville taking on the top seed in Duke as Duke tries to go back-to-back. Louisville hasn't won one since 2018. My ACC friend over here. I know your Pack aren't in it. Where are you going?
Just still heartbroken. But when I look at this matchup, no, Louisville has not beat Duke since 2018, but the last matchup, super, super close. We're talking about depth that the Louisville team has versus the momentum and just complete strength that Duke has had all season long. Look, it's really a toss-up to me. I think Duke takes a slight edge over Louisville because they're prepared for it. We talked about it in midseason. Hey, how do you prepare for a postseason run? It's your strength of schedule. They have the second hardest non-conference schedule behind only UConn and the second hardest overall schedule behind only Iowa. So they're prepped for this. Kara Lawson also is a coach that instills that discipline. We see it.
You don't say. No way.
And everything. And then you have the ability, obviously we know the Toby Fournier of the world. We know the Tiana Meyer of the world, but also Ashlyn Jackson.
Right.
Last tournament, she really showed up in a big way. And though she's been struggling a little bit this tournament, I expect her to step up when it matters. We saw it happen last year. History does tend to repeat itself. And Duke could make history again, back-to-back ACC champions.
I like it.
So this is definitely the hardest matchup, I think.
I agree.
For me to predict.
Me too.
And by the way, even though I sounded like all confident with South Carolina, like all of these they're really, really tough to call. So disclaimer, a little grace for ourselves because like good chance that we're going to be wrong. But that being said, I do lean Duke. I do lean the Blue Devils. A lot of times when we talk about Louisville, Ari, I've talked or heard you talk a lot about like their depth. That's kind of what they've become known for. But Duke they have a lot of depth too. When you look at their roster, 6 players averaging 8+ points per game. Louisville has 7. And that can make it tough to predict as well. Like whose night is it going to be? I think ultimately I lean Duke just with their experience. You talked about Taina Mayer. She had that clutch shot yesterday against Notre Dame. That was, I believe, their final field goal. It was a big 3 that just kind of pushed them over the top. Here's where I'm struggling. Amari Berry, if she plays like she did yesterday, that's going to be a problem for Duke. So she had the 22 points. She shot 64% from the floor. And so I guess the big question is, can she repeat that? Or is she going to be closer to her season average of 11? Because if it's like another day at the office for her, I don't know if that's going to be enough for Louisville.
Go ahead, Taylor.
The problem when it comes to Louisville, though, is if it's not Amari Berry, it can be somebody else. For that Cards team.
Well, true.
That's why.
All true.
No, I agree with you. With that being said, Jeff Wall is calling on line 1 right now.
Yeah.
I'm going Duke too. And this was a really tough one for me to pick, but you already noted a couple of the names, and it's the senior leadership for me for Duke and Taina Mayer and
100%.
Ashlyn Jackson. And Taina Mayer was on triple-double watch yesterday in that semifinal game. And then you mentioned Ashlyn Jackson, who's 1 for 11 from beyond the arc.
But don't let it fool you.
In this postseason thus far in the ACC tournament.
She's going to have to step up.
When she starts hitting,
yeah,
they start falling in bunches. So I would not sleep on Ashlyn Jackson waking up today to win another championship.
And you know I love an overtime moment. I love to be like the drama of it all. And if there is any game that's going into overtime, I anticipate it being this Duke-Louisville game. And it's just who can dig deeper. I think that Duke just has that edge on the depth in that way.
Right. And with the depth, I think the point that you made, Taylor, about just the experience, just like when you look at the roster, there's a few more upperclassmen for Duke that are like key contributors.
In the regular season loss for Louisville, by the way, Taj Roberts had 0 points. I doubt that happens again today.
No, it won't.
She's their leading scorer for the Cards, so I don't expect that to happen. Big 12, we're going Big 12, everybody. All right, grab your sticks.
Your sticks?
Yeah, the 2 seed in West Virginia, the 1 seed in TCU. This one was a little easier for me to pick. Ari, you're ready. Go.
Was I ready? I was juggling them like this. I have TCU. I mean, we talk about the Olivia Miles of it all, but what about the Marta Suarez? She's really been doing everything that TCU needs her to do. Last night, she got 20 to 11 and 2. She can be unguardable at any given time. She's such a tough matchup.
So good.
And then we want to talk about just, the double-edged sword. It's her. She's both sides of the floor. And that's what they have. They have the toughness. They don't get sped up. They have the ability to go small. They can go big. It's just so much variety that this TCU team has that they can bring to the court against a West Virginia that is very strong, but they are just known to have the edge over them.
Okay, so I'm also going TCU, but I do want to take a moment to
we
give.
suck at this, but continue.
Yeah, we're going chalk, but I do want to give some respect to West Virginia here because when I was looking and comparing the stats of these teams, I mean, they're very comparable. I mean, they're very overall defense, offense. I mean, there's a reason why West Virginia, had a chance to win this conference and become the #1 seed. But something on the stats did stand out to me. And again, I'm going to point to three-point shooting because the three-point shooting variance is a lot of times going to be the differentiator in these matchups. So TCU is second in the Big 12 in three-point field goal percentage. West Virginia is second worst in the conference at defending the three. So if they are not able to guard the three-point line effectively, once again, that could be the difference in the game. And I always point to Olivia Miles just because of not just her skill, but something about her swagger, something about her presence.
Gamer.
When she gets on a roll, I mean, she's like unshakable and she just like brings the rest of the team along with her. She did that at Notre Dame. She's doing it again at TCU.
Yeah.
I just want to add that in the post-game presser last night, you talk about the offense of it all, but the defense of it all, they're allowed to be gritty. They're allowed to be tough. Coach said, I don't worry about fouls. If they foul out, at this point in this season, I trust my players. I want them to go down swinging. So anticipate a very gritty matchup with this too.
I agree. I think this could be a defensive battle. Do not expect a high-scoring game for
Both
this
of the other
Big 12
meetings
championship.
they were very close too.
Yes, they were very close. All right, clean sweep. I'm going TCU as well. I wouldn't be surprised if West Virginia pulls it off, but you took the words right out of my mouth. I think it does come down to the three-point line. I know Gia Cook hit a huge one yesterday to get West Virginia to this point, but I think TCU has the edge in this one. All right, last but certainly not least, grab your final sticks. We're going Big Ten on you. You have the 2 seed in Iowa. You have the top seed in UCLA. UCLA Bruins trying to go back-to-back, much like TCU, much like Duke, and much like South Carolina. All right, you're anxious? Ready to go over there? All right. Wave that UCLA flag.
We got UCLA, and oh man, this is a tough one too because again, I gotta give so much respect to Iowa, what they were able to do, especially after losing, one of their senior leaders, Taylor McCabe. Like the fact that they're the 2 seed in the Big Ten, huge deal. But Jan Jensen herself said it yesterday after the game, like, we got UCLA, they have 6'7" Lauren Betts, like, they know this is really tough. And I just think their margin of error is too slim. They would have to play perfectly in order to get the victory. But here's the one thing that I noticed from the first matchup. UCLA, they shot 58% from the floor. That's even higher than their average of 51%, which is second best in the country.
Right.
But they also shot 50% from 3 and made all their free throws. Do I think that's going to happen again today? Well, it better not if you're Iowa. I mean, that's absurd. Iowa is going to D up, and I think you're not going to see that happen again. And then on the Iowa side, they shot 19 free throws. If they can get to the line, great. But here's the problem. They're only a 69% free throw shooting
better than that. They're free.
team. And they missed 5 in their last one. And then I hope they don't let Lauren Betts just get so comfortable, because then it's over. Because then it's inside out, and UCLA is just they're playing their brand of basketball, and then it's over.
True.
I have UCLA. This is a deep team capable of high-level contributions. And you saw that reflected last night when the bench really stepped it up. And Corey Close said the bench provides passion points. And so when you have a spark off the bench like that, and you pair it with Lauren Betts, we already talked about her size in the paint, but not just her size. I forgot who it was, but somebody said she could play like she's 5'7", and she could play like she's 7'1".
True.
I think it was Adam Johnson that said that. But just being so mobile, but also being so disruptive, but also being so just stood in your size and your strength. And then Kiki Rice, being the composed point guard that she is, can guide them. They call Gianna Neepkins the sniper. There are just so many different elements to this team, and they're too deep to be stopped right now.
Good.
All right, just because in my soul I can't let all of these be a clean sweep, I'm going to go with the upset.
Okay.
Why not go Hawkeyes? Like, you're counting them out. They're like, why not us?
Of course.
I will make this one an upset. I do think, obviously, UCLA has the advantage. The bigs match up well. It's got to be the backcourt for Iowa that steps up. They have to defend the perimeter, so Lauren Betts doesn't get as many touches inside. If they can keep it close late, and one of these guards for Iowa can hit some big shots.
Hey, I mean, Iowa, they held Michigan to
42.
40-ish.
Yes.
I mean, I know it's different teams, but still, they deserve their props defensively.
They have chit-chat on the wing. They have Hannah Stuckey in the paint. It's just the high-level action. Crazy.
All right, speaking of the Big Ten and UCLA, Ari, you had a chance to sit down with Gabriela Jaquez this week. Let's get into our magic moments covered by State Farm.
Gabriela, first of all, congratulations. Undefeated, Big Ten, not easy. Has it processed to you that you're part of one of the best teams to ever come across UCLA?
I think like last year was a big year for us for sure. And, you know, a lot of talk being like, we're the best team, you know, in UCLA history. And I think, so, you know, taking that in, obviously we ended pretty poorly and that was sad. And then this year it's like, we're even better than last year, as that's our belief. And so just trying to really enjoy the moment, but at the same time, understanding that we're not over, it's not over yet, and we still have much more basketball to play, and not get complacent in what we have done, but just continuing to strive for more.
It's so funny that you say that y'all ended poorly, because you ended with a regional championship, and that's that's so many people's North Stars. But I know Coach Corey Close said that the joy was kind of stripped away. How have you all reimagined joy within basketball this season?
Yeah, I think obviously our last game last year was really hard in the Final Four, you know, and we definitely took that to heart and really, really learned from it. So this year, just for the people that were there and our coaching staff, everyone, we just want to learn from that experience and be thankful for that experience to help us this year. And so really just trying to play with a lot of joy in this group. This year has just had so much fun playing together. We're really close friends, like we're a really close team, and we're always hanging out, and it's been pretty hot here in LA. And so we've been tanning at the pool, and it's kind of been like a spring break.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're no stranger to hard work, though, a dual sport athlete in 2024. The girls were busy. The book's been busy.
Really
Okay.
busy.
How do you even plan for that? Also, like, what else are you really good at?
Oh. I like to dance a lot, actually. And me, Charlize, and Lauren have danced with the dance team on their senior night, and it was lots of fun. We were super excited. We even bedazzled our little dance outfits, and yeah, super fun experience.
Was this like a goal of yours?
Honestly, me and Lauren have been trying to dance with the dance team, or just like learn a little dance. And we've just never got around to it. But Charlize made a YouTube video saying if we get 1,000 likes, we'll dance with the dance team. And so it came true. Super fun. Like, the dance team was super amazing. And all my family was there to support me. It was,
That's adorable. It's like almost like you have the magic touch. You've been manifesting since a child. So when you wrote down, I will be a UCLA Bruin at the ripe old age of what? 8? How old?
Yeah, and like I'm always say like third grade because I really don't remember. That's the
So
truth.
we'll go with 8. We'll go
Yeah.
with 8. How did you pick your loyalty that soon? You're from LA. Like you could have gone either way.
Yeah. I think just growing up, I always just leaned toward UCLA. My dad, liked John Wooden a lot, and I always was watching like UCLA men's on TV, and I don't know, I just was more inclined to UCLA. I loved blue and I love the colors. I just, heard about the campus. And so I just kind of was like, I want to go to UCLA. I know it's a really good academic school as well. And so I'm definitely the type, like, if I want something, I'm going to work for it and go get it. And so I knew I would always say that to people. And then me and my mom were looking in our garage in one of the filing cabinets, and I take this out. I'm like, what the heck? You saved this? Like, that's crazy. And so honestly, it brought a tear to our eyes just because we were like, oh my gosh, like this is like the proof of like what I said. Cause so yeah, it was really, really cool that we found that, and super cool that I wrote it down and could look back on that.
I messaged Lauren Betts and I said, I can't get over how objectively great.
What was that?
Was. I mean, just the accents and as a former pro, I'm like, oh, you have all the details mastered.
The
Lauren
hair
Betts.
flip.
It was so good.
So cute.
Objectively.
Okay. Really
They
good
can
stuff.
do it all.
And look, not only can they dance, they can kind of
Yeah.
They can hoop a
Kinda good
little.
at basketball.
It's only the
It's a
second
girl
best
who can
team
do
in the
both.
country. Before we go here on this countdown to game day covered by State Farm, we have a little game to play. It is blind rankings for March Madness.
Okay.
All right, so bear with us. They're going to give us 5 different plays from last year's March Madness, and we have to blind rank them. We have not
Blind.
seen the plays.
This is so difficult.
So we have to be very particular about where we put something because there's no get backs,
Okay.
no movement. All right, give us our first play.
Ooh.
Okay, Maryland
A nice
to
take.
the rack.
Nice take.
Okay.
It's
5.
5 for me.
It's giving
Sorry,
5.
sorry, I feel bad, but
Oh, it's
Wait.
so it's like multiple. Okay.
Okay, that's
so we're
South
talking
Carolina.
full game.
Oh,
we're
back.
talking full game.
I see. Okay, so this.
I thought it was just a highlight. Okay, here we go.
I see. Okay.
Truly a blind ranking guy.
So these are moments. All right.
Well, that's that's like the obvious thing for them to win. I mean, even though
Yes.
Maryland came off strong.
4.
4.
Maybe a 4.
Yeah,
I'm thinking that
Okay,
too.
we're giving 4. Put that
Okay.
in 4.
4.
We're
What
ready
else
for
we
our
got?
next magic moment
Let's get
from
it.
March Madness.
Okay, so
This Haley Van Lith.
this was fire.
Oof.
She gets to go in.
Haley Van Lith in a TCU uniform after what happened in Baton Rouge was something special.
The irony of
She
that
was-
being against
she was
Olivia Miles
great.
is hilarious.
So I mean, I'm thinking maybe like a 2.
See, I was thinking 3.
I'll give it 3.
Okay, you guys
We can fight on
overrule
this
me.
if you want. We have some time. You want to argue?
I mean, I will mini debate and just say, like, you nailed it in the sense that, like, there was so much hype for this player, and she had never quite lived up.
After she left Louisville,
And that is harsh. I mean, she made it to a Final Four with Louisville. I mean, did play great with LSU, but for whatever reason, the time there was like not ideal. It just seemed like it was a redemption season for her, and I think she delivered on every front. So, I mean, that's why I that is definitely a memorable moment for me for last year's
Yes,
tourney.
but when I look at HVL, I think dog anyway. So I think this is second nature.
Kind
to
of
her.
like, yeah,
So this is like
given,
a very
yeah.
on the nose type of deal. So I would go 3.
Fine, I'm going 3 still. I loved your argument.
Fair.
I just wanted to hear you speak. She's really
the fun
good
of
when
it
she
is
does
just
that.
to talk about it, so I'm good with 3.
Okay, cool. 3. Next. We
Yeah.
got 4 and 3 taken.
Yeah. Yes.
We knew we'd get some Paige.
I knew. I was
Gina.
waiting for PB.
Period.
This is.
Whenever a page gets hype, it's.
I'm sorry. I gotta say, this has got to be one for me. I'm so sorry. Like, actually, no, not sorry.
Yeah, don't be sorry.
Because again, like we talked about last year, you guys, we did a show together last season, and like, could she get the storybook ending?
And she did.
And after all the years of the injuries and the adversity, and she had made the Final Four multiple times, and to finally deliver her last game of the season, and like UConn's first championship since 2016, like. Oh my goodness, I'm getting chills thinking about it.
Our lawyer wins.
I'm
The
so
lawyer
happy
wins
for
the battle.
her. I was just so freaking thrilled for her after what she
I like
had been
it.
through, and she's such a good person. So to me, PB5, that tournament will always be reminiscent of Paige.
If we're talking about comprehensively the tournament, I agree. Number one, this is a situation where we saw a montage of her going off, and Gino Auriemma, his only critique, or not his only, but one main critique that he had of Paige was she needs to be a little bit more selfish. And
yes.
she definitely took
right.
over. And when we
She
see a
did.
hype Paige, it's a good
She
Paige.
did. Case closed. It's going number one. All right, show us do we have an updated look at the graphic? Well, we got 1, 3, and 4.
I think we're missing 2.
All right, here's our next moment. So
This is
2
what
and 5
Bama,
still left.
This crazy game from Sarah.
Oh, that's right.
Sarah Ashley Barker went off. I remember this like
right.
yesterday. How many? What do we have left?
I think we got
2
5
and
and 2.
No, but she was crazy. That
I
will
think
forever
here's the
remember.
thing is I think they saved a really good one for last, so I think we have to put this 5.
Fred, I don't even
I just
put my spirit. I'll go with
here's-
it, sure, Taylor, but like,
I know.
Fred, Sarah Ashley Barker did that.
I mean,
like,
she put herself on the map for sure. Like,
it
it
gave
was
me an
a big
emotional,
deal.
impulsive reaction. I don't
See,
know.
Okay.
This isn't bigger
All right,
than
I
2
think
against
we're
1.
I think we're going 2.
Okay.
This
fine.
wasn't bigger than HVL for me, but y'all made your choice.
I know, but that's why it's blind. All right, we'll put that at
It's
2.
blind.
So that means this
We
last
can-
one
we
goes
can
on
edit.
5
Taylor be
blind.
so right.
You better
Taylor's
say a
always
prayer.
right.
You better
Oh.
say a prayer. This sucks.
Oh, okay. What do we got?
Just Lauren Betts. beat
Yeah, Lauren Betts.
Yeah,
Period.
yeah.
leading them to the Final 4.
We could put her in the top.
Dang, we
do
have
this
Lauren
segment.
Betts at
this-
5.
Corey's gonna kill us.
But
It
at
is
the
what it
same
is.
time, it's kind of. But it's like what you were saying with
It's like-
Van Lith. You expected it. You expected
This
it,
is
and
what
not
she's
that it
gonna
was
do.
anything to like scoff at by any means. I mean, this was like
This is just what she does.
But it's what she does.
Okay.
It's an everyday walk in the park for a super dominant collegiate player in Lauren Betts, who also doubles as a pro dancer. So I'm happy.
Apparently so.
You know, I'm
we
okay
gave
with this.
her dancing a 1, so we'll give this a 5.
Okay, so here you go. This is your final list. I like that.
I don't hate that.
Paige definitely
not mad
deserves
at
to be
it.
at the top.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of. To me, that was what mattered. Clearly.
Well, I know you were arguing her championship, and that was against SC, the Elite 8. But also, I think that Paige as a whole,
I like
it was
it.
a great story.
And look, it's not often you have South Carolina and UCLA there in the bottom 2.
Right,
but it's
right.
because we expect so much out of them. Expectations are up here, so
Right,
it's
right,
hard to
Goalposts, they
exceed
move,
them.
huh? The
But you guys,
goalposts,
the bottom line is this made me so excited for this coming tournament because this last tournament was so good. It was so good.
There's going to be so many new moments that we can dissect. And
I
keep in mind,
know.
if you're watching at home, understand that was a blind ranking.
Blind.
Again,
Blind.
don't come for us.
Not on International Women's Day.
No.
It's our day.
Happy International Women's
Happy
Day.
International Women's Day.
And
my
with that,
people.
we'll just say next time you see us, it'll be for bracketology as we do officially break down the bracket for what will be an incredible March Madness. But first, Championship Sunday. We got to get you to game day there in Greenville. For Ari, for Maria, I'm Taylor. Thanks for watching Countdown to Game Day, covered by State Farm. The rest of the ladies have you covered.